Now it's a perfect time to discuss about components of Selenium. So Selenium have four components, that is Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Grid. Let's talk about each of these components in detail and see what they are. So Selenium IDE is a simple record and playback tool that helps user to record their actions on browser and play it later whenever needed again. So to understand it more clearly, let's consider one example. Suppose you are sitting with your friends and you are having one of the most memorable moment of your life, and your friend started doing something funny. So what you will do, open your f- you will take out your phone, open your camera and start recording him, right? And whenever you guys meet again, or whenever you feel like seeing that moment again, what you will do, you will open your gallery and you will watch that video again. So similarly, whenever you want to perform an action repetitively, then what you can do is, for the first time you will start recording your actions on the browser using Selenium ID, and whenever you want to perform that action again, you will simply hit the play button and Selenium IDE will perform that action that you have recorded again on your browser. So this is why you can also see that Selenium IDE logo have a recording symbol, because it helps user to record their action. So this is about Selenium IDE. It is a very good tool for beginners who are starting learning Selenium. But if you know Selenium ID, it's good. And if you don't know Selenium ID, then it won't affect you much. The reason is because 80% of the time you will be dealing with Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver is really, really important. So we should focus on Selenium WebDriver. And after that, we should focus on Selenium Grid. Okay. So let's talk about the second component, that is Selenium RC. So this is actually the old guy in the family. We called Selenium as old guy. Why we called it as old guy? Because it is deprecated from Selenium. That is, we no longer use Selenium RC. Selenium RC was succeeded by Selenium WebDriver, and since it is succeeded by Selenium WebDriver, so it have some advantages that the Selenium RC don't offer. So we will not be learning about Selenium RC. I just want you to know that there was a component that exists, which we called as Selenium RC. But if you still want to have a look at the definition of Selenium RC, then Selenium RC stands for Selenium Remote Control, and it help user to perform actions on browser with the help of an server. And whenever we are using Selenium RC, then we need to install that server on our machine. And using that server, it communicates with browser and perform actions on the browser. But as I said, it is no longer used and it is deprecated. So there is no point in discussing about it. So let's move to the third component and the most important component of Selenium, that is Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver help us to perform user actions on browser programmatically. So what we do is we write some program and we try to simulate user actions on the browser. And this is what Selenium WebDriver is used for. From here on, or you can say from the next lecture, we will only be learning Selenium WebDriver, because we have to focus on the most important part, and WebDriver is the important part here. I know that this definition that you have heard may not be very clear in your mind right now, but throughout the course, you will understand that what I was trying to say. Let's talk about the fourth component of Selenium, that is Selenium Grid. So Selenium Grid help us to run our Selenium script in multiple browsers and in multiple operating systems. And whenever we want to run or do the parallel execution of our Selenium script, we always go to Selenium Grid. So this is all about the four components of Selenium. Now let's pinpoint our focus to Selenium WebDriver and start learning how we can use the WebDriver to perform actions on browser.